She sat across from the detective and said,
I thought he was calling to get rid of my body.
certain, absolute, terrifying, if true. But minutes later, her certainty shifted.
Maybe it was just an assumption. I don't know if I actually heard him, like, on the phone.
The detective didn't accuse her. She didn't argue. She asked a single question, quietly.
If he knows you're alive, why would he say that?
I don't know.
The detective stayed calm, almost reassuring.
But you've already said it. You've said it, and it's out there.
Mm-hmm.
And now I'm left with what's the truth and what's not the truth.
That moment taps directly into reality monitoring theory, a psychological principle showing that real memories are anchored in sensory experience, while imagined events unravel when tested for perception and logic. The claims sounded horrific, but when pressed, it couldn't survive its own details. But the pertinent questions are, who was this woman? What actually happened that night in March 2009? Welcome, or welcome back, to my channel. Your single comment means more than you think. It was late March 2009, during the final stretch of a long Canadian winter. Outside, the weather was cold and unsettled, with lingering snow and freezing rain. Inside a modest residential duplex, a domestic dispute between a couple quietly escalated into a police investigation that would later draw widespread attention. In the early hours of the morning, emergency services received a 911 call from a woman reporting a violent assault by her partner. Police responded to the residence and made an arrest at the scene. The man was taken into custody and later transported to jail, while the woman was asked to come to the police station to provide a detailed statement of what she said had occurred inside the home. Later that same day, she was brought into an interrogation room. Today we will look into the psychological aspects of this case.
Well, everything had stopped by that point, and he had fallen asleep, and I just had enough time to really reflect on what had occurred.
Mm-hmm.
And looking at my daughter, I know she deserves better.
Mm-hmm.
It's important to have a father in your life, but not if he's hurting your mom. But anyway, then he had fallen asleep, and
maybe you can start from the very beginning.
From the very beginning,
from where everything started.
Well, it actually started Friday night. He didn't come home. It was the first time he ever went out. He went for a business meeting in the early evening. Okay. He said he would call me and tell me how it went, and I was getting Michaela's pictures done at Cabana that night, so I never heard from him. I called his cell phone a bunch of times. I was angry to begin with because I thought he was out drinking. But then by about 4:30, 5:30 in the morning, I hadn't slept yet, and I didn't know where he was, and he wasn't answering the phone. Like usually, like he pulled it once before that he didn't come home, but he called. Mm-hmm. So I assumed the worst. I thought something had happened to him. I actually phoned here to see if he'd been admitted, and I didn't phone the hospital right away, but because they probably would have recognized him. My mom works in Emerge, so. Anyway, I finally did get a hold of him. I told him I wasn't going to be angry when he came home. We had to talk about it because it was unacceptable behavior, that no one should treat anybody else like that I deserve at least a phone call. He'd been doing drugs and drinking all night and was too ashamed to show his face at home, basically. So anyway, he slept all day. I canceled shopping with my mom because I didn't want him watching the baby. And his son was coming later that afternoon. So he did come, but Vince just basically slept all Saturday.
The detective allows Christina to speak at length without interruption, encouraging excessive detail. This tactic relies on cognitive load theory, Sweller, 1988, which explains that fabricated narratives consume more mental resources than truthful recall. As the story grows longer and more complex, the suspect must actively maintain internal consistency, making contradictions inevitable. The detective doesn't correct errors immediately. She lets them accumulate.
Vince is like, no, have another drink. Like, he does that quite often with anyone. Even if they only come for one, they always end up having to stay for two. Mm-hmm. Whatever. It's just the way he is. But anyway, and then he looked over at me and I, like 2 seconds later, said, give him a hand job. And I was just like, Like the way I looked at him, like there was nothing alluring whatsoever about it. It was a disgusting, demeaning.
And what did Adam say?
Well, I don't know. I was dumbfounded that Vince would even say something like that. It was. I don't stand for that. Like I don't put up with that kind of bull.
So then what happens? Like, how does this altercation happen in the staircase again?
Well, we just then he said it again, and I was like, you know what, you're fucking disgusting. I said, I'm gonna go out for another smoke and whatever. Like I got angry, and I just removed myself from the whole situation. I thought it was disgusting, and Adam said, I'm gonna go out for a smoke too, or whatever. Like I had just been out, like it was probably maybe 10 minutes or so, and I don't smoke that much, but I needed to just have a reason to go, and I didn't want to wake up the baby or anything, because when she's sleeping, I like to. Anyway, so I went upstairs, and that just all of a sudden I don't know I can't remember exactly what instigated the whole thing. But Vince came up the stairs, but he doesn't smoke.
He comes up the stairs with you and Adam?
Yeah, like
what order are they in?
Adam was first, and then I was second, and I think Vince like cut in front of me, or like that's when I fell, and
like, how did you fall? Like, describe.
Well, he grabbed at me, and he grabbed my shirt, and yeah, he was. I don't know. It was like that.
Like if I'm watching from behind at the bottom of the stairs,
I don't know.
Going up,
you know what? It's like a small staircase. It was dark, and like how many? I didn't see it coming. I didn't see. Well, you came in my back stairs. There's probably about 10 stairs, I guess, to the downstairs.
Okay,
apartment.
so you're walking upstairs. Adam's in front of you, and he grabs you. You say.
Well, I don't know if I don't know exactly what happened. I just know all of a sudden there was chaos in the back.
By asking Christina to recount the same events multiple times and from different starting points, the detective disrupts rehearsed storytelling. This draws from reconstructive memory theory, Bartlett, 1932, which holds that memory is not replayed, but rebuilt each time it's recalled. Truth remains stable across retellings. Fabrication subtly mutates. The detective uses repetition to expose those mutations.
Some of the other things that I need to clarify is...
I have marks on my hands too. Like I have scratches on my hands, and I don't know what that's from.
Okay.
The next thing the detective wants to know is regarding the bottle of foot powder. They need to make sure that Christina and her boyfriend were not using the bottle during sex, and that it was in fact inserted without her consent.
All right, I'm going to go through a few things first. Yeah. The powder object that you're talking about, was it inserted or wasn't it inserted?
He rammed it. He didn't get it in. No, it was this. It's like a foot powder, like a big giant foot powder thing. Okay. It was like bent, like he rammed it hard enough that it didn't stay. Like it's a squishy, like a powder thing, and it kind of went. It was on the floor. I think they took a picture of it and stuff when they came in. I didn't touch it. I'm going to get personal. I know.
I'm going to get personal here, and we have to do this.
Like I think I smelled shit. Okay.
All right.
But I'm on my period too, so I had a tampon in. Okay. So like I don't know.
Is using objects for sexual?
Oh God, never. Like
no?
Never, no.
And I mean,
that's why I couldn't even I couldn't believe. I don't know where he picked these things out of the trees. Yeah. Okay. I don't know if he was just trying to piss me off, or if he really had it, if his last little brain cell popped. Okay.
Because of the severity of the complaint that's here today, we have to look at everything. Yeah, and I had to look at the responding officers. Notes and recollections.
I was pretty hysterical when they got there too.
Yeah, I understand that, but there's a lot of indiscrepancies that I need to go over with you because it doesn't make sense to me. Okay. And if it didn't happen, and there's something that you want to clarify with me, clarify it now because now is the time to do it. Okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
The detective calmly explains the seriousness of false allegations without accusing Christina directly. This draws on prospect theory, Kahneman and Tversky, 1979, which shows that people become risk-averse when potential losses are made explicit. The possibility of legal consequences destabilizes Christina's confidence and accelerates narrative retreat.
Where does the choking take place?
He had the choke. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Fuck. I mean, pardon me. Yeah, he had my sweater was around my neck, and it was like when I first went down to the ground. He's like, "Oh yeah, you're down now or whatever. You really want to choke? I'll choke you," like that kind of thing. And I gasped, and he stopped. Yeah, that's right. I totally forgot about the choking.
What do you mean you gasped?
Well, I couldn't breathe. He had his hands around my throat, and he kind of had the sweater around it too.
Mm-hmm. Did you tell the officers about that?
I'm not sure. I forgot about that actually. Sorry. Mm-hmm. Because that's why I lay there more, because I was scared. It wasn't like he tried to kill me when I was already out or anything like that, but I think it was just, I don't know, he was out of control. I can't put thoughts into his brain. I mean, I can't read his mind.
Now, when the officers are there,
Mm-hmm.
you tell them something different than what you're telling me about the phone calls.
Instead of filling gaps, the detective uses silence after inconsistencies emerge. This employs social discomfort theory, which explains that humans are neurologically wired to resolve conversational tension. Silence shifts psychological burden onto the speaker, compelling them to explain, revise, or overcorrect, often revealing deception in the process.
I thought he was calling to get rid of my body. That's what I thought he was doing. But when I saw that he called Amanda,
I know, but what you say to the officers is that you heard him make these phone calls, okay?
Yeah. Making
arrangements and asking questions about what to do with the dead body. So where does that come from? Well, you say because you don't hear anything, and then now you know what I mean? That's a big issue for me.
I know.
And an officer, he's pretty precise about what is said here. So why was that said? Did you make that up?
I don't know.
Well,
I'm second guessing myself.
Now's the time.
No, I know. I'm not trying to dick around here. It's just like when he attacked me last time, mm-hmm. I took a knife and I threw it down on the ground, but it was in such a like a whirlwind that I thought he grabbed the knife.
Okay.
Like I just want to make sure that I don't say anything more incriminating than he actually did.
Yeah.
That's what I thought. Maybe it was just an assumption. I don't know if I actually heard him on the phone, but he was talking. Mm-hmm. He was talking.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think he actually said that.
I don't think he did either.
No.
I dedefinitely know.
I think I was just reacting. I was freaking out, and I didn't mean to lie. You know what I mean? I didn't mean to,
because some of the things that you said to the officers isn't exactly what you're telling me today.
Yeah.
So things are a lot different.
Well, I've had time to kind of piece everything together. I was scared at that
mm-hmm.
point, and I was thinking the worst. What could have happened, and my baby, and all that.
Mm-hmm. But I've had when something like that happens, police have to investigate it.
Yeah.
And if it's a false allegation, that's a serious offense where you could be charged for that.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't think he.
The detective isolates claims that are unusually specific, such as phone calls about disposing of a body, and probes their sensory basis. This tactic aligns with reality monitoring theory, Johnson and Ray, 1981, which distinguishes real memories, rich in sensory detail, from imagined ones, rich in inference. When Christina cannot anchor specificity to perception, the claim collapses.
I don't think he was disposing of a dead body. That's what I thought he was doing. I couldn't hear. I couldn't hear, but I heard him on the phone, and I was lying with a blanket over my head in the back steps.
Yeah, I understand that you're scared in the situation, but to specifically say that you heard him make phone calls to an unknown person, making arrangements.
I did hear him making...
And asking questions what to do with the dead body of your estranged wife. That is so specific. Mm-hmm. That
he might have been saying that like to me when I was lying there. I don't know if he was actually talking to someone and say, I don't know.
Okay, we have to decide what the truth is and what the truth isn't. Mm-hmm. Because bottom line, at the end of the day, this is your opportunity to give us the facts and just the facts, not anything made up. Mm-hmm. And I don't want to find out later that something different happened. Mm-hmm. Because this is the time to tell me that what happened, exactly in what order, and what didn't happen. Mm-hmm. Okay? And what happened this morning is different from what you're telling me what happened now.
What's that? It's not totally different.
A lot of the important facts that you provided the officer with, you didn't tell me. You didn't tell me about. You totally brushed them off like they didn't happen. Like the choking and the disposing of a dead body. This is all. Those are pretty important things that I think would stand out in somebody's mind, and that's all that would stand out in my mind if that happened to me. Oh my God, he wants to get, he's planning to kill me.
Yeah,
what's up?
I'm sorry.
Why did you say those things?
Why did I say that he did that?
Yeah.
Rather than presenting contradictions all at once, the detective introduces them gradually. This tactic is rooted in foot-in-the-door theory, Friedman and Fraser, 1966, where small acknowledgments pave the way for larger admissions. Each minor concession narrows Christina's narrative options until retreat becomes impossible.
Well, he did choke me.
But you're saying a lot more happened to the officers that arrived first than you're telling me right now.
Well, it was fresh in my memory then.
So what's the truth?
I don't know.
Then or now?
I don't know if he was actually talking to someone saying the dead body, but he did utter those words.
But when you initially talked to me, you tell me you don't hear a darn thing. You just hear the phone click and the phone call end.
Yeah, because I'm not sure of that, and I don't want him to get charged with something that he didn't do.
But you've already said it. You've said it, and it's out there. Mm-hmm. And now I'm left with what's the truth and what's not the truth. Because there's some pretty serious allegations there. Mm-hmm. And if they didn't happen, we need to know that.
Mm-hmm. I know. Well, he did choke me.
Is that all that happened? Was that he choked you?
Yeah, but then he did get on the phone, and I'm just trying to think.
I know it's upsetting, but
I know, and I know you're just trying to do your job.
We're just trying to do your job.
I know, and I'm not trying to mess with that. I swear I'm not.
And you know what? I'm not picking on you. I am totally not picking on you.
It's a lot of stuff to process.
And the fall. Are you sure that the fall happened the way it happened?
No, I know that he attacked me. Like, I didn't just fall down the stairs. It wasn't just I tripped over his feet or something. Like, there was some sort of, like, I don't know if he actually was barging in front of me or if he was trying to start something. I don't know what, like, it was just, it happened so fast. I was just going outside.
So we don't know if, in fact...
I don't know what his intent was.
The detective avoids moral judgment, even when serious allegations surface. This reflects reactance theory, Brehm, 1966, which predicts that overt accusation increases resistance and defiance. By remaining neutral, the detective prevents Christina from psychologically anchoring herself as a persecuted victim, keeping her cognitively flexible and vulnerable.
At that point.
He intended on that happening.
Exactly.
Because he thinks that, no, that's okay. He says that, you're faking it or whatever at the bottom of the stairs, right? Does he say something?
Well, yeah, not really. He checked on me and stuff, but
right.
But then he was like, "Oh, you want to fake it, whatever."
So if he's checking on you, and then you're saying to the officers that he makes the phone call, wanting to know, how to get rid of this body, that's not right.
No, I know.
That's not right, because if he knows you're alive, why would he say that? And how could you hear that if the door was closed? Because when I knocked on the door to come see you,
you can't hear much.
You can't hear.
Well, I was kind of half in the doorway. He had it closed, but it was like there was enough open. But you can't, it's a big door. You don't. And he was kind of pacing, like I could hear bits and pieces when he was talking, and I could hear the phone. Like that's what's sticking in my mind. The sound of the cell phone makes that audible click when you open it.
Yeah.
So I knew as soon as I heard that he was going to be on the phone, but he didn't stand like over me and talk on the phone. He was pacing.
You guys have had so much going on in your life, especially for a new mother who's at home 24/7, been there, done that, know what it's like. Cabin fever.
Yeah.
You get
antsy. It was a long winter.
And it's not fair when you're the one that's got all of the responsibility for the longest time, and then you'd like a little bit of a break, but you can't get a break because your boyfriend wants to go out and relive his childhood.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
I get
you
that.
got all that right.
I get that.
Yeah.
I even pick up on there might be something going on with Amanda.
There might be, but I don't know for a fact. I've been trying to kind of
you guys
figure something out too.
You guys are walking on eggshells around each other because not everything.
Oh no, I've called him on all of it.
Not
I've tried to
everything
get
is
him to
peachy
tell
keen,
me.
though.
No,
he's not talking to you about what's actually going on.
No,
and you're
he's been
suspecting.
hiding stuff from
he's
me
been hiding
lately.
Stuff.
Yeah.
The detective repeatedly offers Christina opportunities to clarify or correct her story before stating contradictions outright. This uses self-perception theory, BAME, 1972, which posits that people infer their beliefs by observing their own behavior. By inviting revision, the detective allows Christina to unintentionally signal unreliability through hesitation and restructuring.
He was checking my breathing and my pulse. But he was rough. Like it wasn't like he was taking care to see if I was okay.
Okay, but that's
like he was pulling at my shirt. Like my shirt wasn't all the way off, and then it was all the way off. Like he pulled on that, and he was choking me that way.
Oh, okay, but it's not like
choking.
Not like he was going like
no,
this.
I don't have handprints or anything here. No, it was my sweater caught on my neck.
Oh,
that's how I was choking. He was choking me with my sweater. You know.
So, but your eyes are closed, right? Because you say your eyes are closed the whole time. When you're lying there.
Yeah.
And then you mentioned that he brings you back into...
He dragged me in, yeah. He knocked some of the paneling off it.
How does he drag you in?
By my pants.
What do you got on for pants?
Jogging pants and underwear.
Okay, so you have...
So he pulled me. He's strong.
Totally... You know what? How does he come from behind underneath? Or does he from your feet? He kind of grabbed my legs and dragged me in. So you know what I mean? Like he pulled me around and pulled me in. So I was lying in the door. Yeah.
The door to the apartment.
Uh-huh.
But I'm trying to think which way I was facing. He turned me around. See, that doesn't make sense. I don't think he didn't pick me up under my shoulders or anything. He just like under my armpits or anything. He just dragged me and kind of twisted me in. But it doesn't. You in? Well, just like it's a small doorway, and I was kind of like right there,
Yeah.
But he got my legs in and my body in. Like he dragged me in the apartment.
So
I don't know.
Your shirt is off when you're getting dragged in, right?
Pretty much. Like it's up over. It's all. I'm bare.
And what about your pants?
They were still on.
Rather than confronting contradictions directly, the detective allows the suspect to fine-tune her story repeatedly. This draws on self-consistency theory, Lecky, 1945, which posits that people are psychologically driven to maintain a coherent self-narrative. Each revision weakens internal consistency, increasing cognitive strain until the suspect begins openly admitting confusion.
Okay. What about your underwear?
Just regular, like, briefs kind of thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
But were they up or down?
They were kind of, like, it was, I could feel my butt hanging out.
Okay.
But I wasn't, he didn't pull them down to my ankles or anything. You know what I mean?
Okay, so this object, this powder bottle, how does this come into play with your pants up?
Well, no, he must have pulled them down. Like, they must have been down just enough that could be there. Like, my butt was hanging out. Do you know what I mean? Like, I was on my side.
Yeah.
And I still hadn't moved.
So he drags you on your back, though. Mm. You're saying he's dragging you on your back.
He, like, kind of on my side, on my back. No, not on my back. He grabbed me by my feet. I was face down. He picked up my feet and he turned me around and he pulled me in the apartment.
On your face?
Kind of, yeah, on my stomach. He never flipped me over. Like, I was never on my back. He pulled me. He just pulled me out of the back hallway.
So how did your pants come down like that?
Because I didn't have them tied up or anything. They were just jogging pants.
So
he must have pulled on the material and they came down.
If you were, like, not on your back and you're on your side and you're getting dragged, one side would come down, but the other side would probably stay up.
He was pulling me in by my legs.
By your leg? Yeah, I know, but when you're dragging...
Yeah.
Visually picture yourself dragging. Mm-hmm. And if you're on
my
your
leg,
side...
and I'm like this, not completely on my side, I'm kind of on my front. Yeah.
Well...
And then he pulled me in, and that was, like, they came down.
But how do you insert an object with your pants just like that?
I was lying like this. Like, my feet, my knees were up near my torso. I was lying, not fetal position like this, but kind of like that.
Does he put you in this position?
No, it was the way he threw my legs down and left them there. Like, he just... I don't know. That's what happened. Like, he dragged me. I didn't get up and move. I didn't fight anything. I just let him drag me.
The detective repeatedly shifts the discussion away from emotions and toward physical mechanics. How pants fall, how bodies move, how objects could realistically be used. This tactic exploits embodied cognition theory, Wilson, 2002, which holds that genuine memory is grounded in bodily experience. When a suspect did not actually experience the event, their explanations fail when forced into physical reality, revealing fabrication through implausible mechanics.
Like, I don't know if he was on something. Maybe he took a pill or something. Like, I don't know. Mm-hmm. I can usually tell if he's just drinking or... Again, I said to him when they got there, they were really talkative and stuff. And I'm like, what are you guys on? Mm-hmm. And it wasn't acknowledged. And I didn't feel like pursuing it. Mm-hmm. But they'd also had like a half a 26 or a rum in them already after, in a quick amount of time. So I don't know. Mm-hmm. I'm not making up the thing about the Dr. Scholl's foot powder. Like, I would rather that I didn't even say anything about it. It's embarrassing as hell.
Yeah. But the way everything else happened is a little bit different. You would agree with me there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I was hysterical last night. Mm-hmm. I was scared. I couldn't believe that anything had happened. Mm-hmm. I was angry with him too.
Yeah.
And I probably did maybe over exaggerate a couple of things. Mm-hmm. And I think that's why I didn't want to write my statement at that point. I wanted to kind of just reassess what was going on because I felt like I was just panicking and thinking the worst and maybe putting, extra details in there. And I don't want him to be persecuted for anything that he didn't do. Mm-hmm. I'm not spiteful. I don't want him. I'm not trying to make things up to make things worse for him. No. I want to get the story right, and I feel like it's a little bit mixed up, and I know that you can see that.
Right. But I think the more that you talk to me, the clearer the picture is.
Yeah.
When Christina attributes inconsistencies to fear or panic, the detective neither validates nor dismisses the emotion. She redirects to sequence and mechanics. This reflects affect cognition separation theory, which emphasizes that emotional arousal does not eliminate the brain's capacity to encode central events. The tactic strips emotion of its shielding function.
But this is when rage enters into your head.
Oh, I was
like,
furious.
That's it.
Yeah.
I'm done, right?
Well, first those comments and whatever, and it's like, okay, so he got a taste of his medicine. The game is, Did
you hit him?
No.
You didn't hit him?
No, I didn't.
I would have hit him.
No, I didn't actually.
How could you not? How could you control yourself?
Because he hits me back.
Well, he hit you anyways.
Yeah, but he would hit me even harder.
Well, he hit you pretty hard on the couch.
Yeah. When I was sitting down.
That's another thing, too. When he hit you on the couch?
He did backhands like this and like this.
With each hand?
No, like this and like, I don't know. He hit me one side and I turned and then I turned around and he hit me again on the other side. Like here and here.
Open hand, closed hand?
No, back of his hand.
Back of his hand.
Like he's got a hand like this big.
So, I'm sitting here on the couch. This is me.
Mm-hmm.
He's standing over top of...
Yeah, freaking out.
Freaking.
Yeah.
What side of your face gets hit first?
This side.
So your left side gets hit first.
Yeah, he hits me this way.
So you get hit.
And I was like, what the hell, like, what are you doing? And then it hurt.
So he's hitting you like that, and it would come like that, and then you get hit on this side.
Yeah.
Are you saying he switched hands to do that?
No, it was the same hand.
How do you know it was the same hand?
I don't know. Okay, I don't know.
Did you see like a ring on his hand?
He doesn't
or something?
wear rings or anything.
Watch or
no. I know the first. I saw it coming at me, the first one, but then I had my eyes closed and I felt another one.
And
he hit me twice.
Okay. You're mad.
Mm-hmm.
You just had somebody try and ram a freaking powder ball up your ass. And you don't want to hit him back?
No, I screamed at him.
You never hit him during that whole time?
I don't.
Because you're mad. You're mad.
I don't think I did.
You go down the stairs. You're at the bottom of the stairs. Mm-hmm. You're like, you know what? Like, and you're watching to see, like, is he actually...
I threw a glass at him.
You threw a glass at him.
The detective introduces subtle comparisons to how a normal person would react, fighting back, screaming, fleeing. This leverages social norms theory, Cialdini and Trost, 1998, which explains that people evaluate their actions against perceived societal standards. When the suspect realizes her behavior deviates from expected norms, she alters her account to align with what should have happened.
Like a glass?
Yeah, wine glass.
When?
When he did that.
When did what?
When he shoved the thing up my butt.
Where was the wine glass?
I swept it all up. There was glass this morning too.
Yeah, but where was the wine glass that
at the
you
door?
Grabbed?
At the door. Because he and Adam were drinking homemade wine. No.
Like, what did you do with it?
I threw it at him and I missed him and it smashed in the kitchen, like near the garbage.
Oh, okay. And your daughter didn't wake up?
No.
You're lucky for you.
I know. Well, it's like he just ran something up there, so I threw something at him. So you're mad? Okay. Yeah, I was pissed.
So you do react.
I did retaliate, of course. I'm not like...
Exactly. You're not a little girl.
Exactly.
And you can stand up for yourself.
Exactly.
Okay?
I had enough.
Right.
That was it.
You missed. Did you try and find something else?
No, then I ran into the living room.
So then you went...
Because he came at me. He was mad. Well, yeah, he was mad that I threw a wine glass at him. Yeah. But he deserved it as far as at that point. Okay. It was the closest thing. I knew I'd have to clean it up.
Yeah, big deal.
Whatever, it's a wine glass.
But he comes at you.
And then I ran into the living room because I didn't want to go towards where the baby was.
Right. You go into the living room. What do you do in the living room?
I sat on the couch.
Why do you sit on the couch?
Because there's nowhere else to go.
But why would you sit?
Well, all her toys were all on the floor and stuff. Yeah. There was she had gone. She's like a hurricane.
Yeah.
And she's got xylophones and all these things that you can't just run over. And where am I going to go?
You didn't want to pick up an object?
No.
To protect yourself?
No.
No. So you sit down there. He's mad.
He'd never actually hit. When he hit me the first time he ever hit me, it was almost. It was a drunken, stupid, almost accidental thing. He did come at me, but he was in a blind drunk thing.
Yeah.
And
at key moments, the detective imagines herself in the suspect's position. If it were me, I would have fought back. This tactic relies on perspective-taking theory, Galinsky et al., 2005, which forces the suspect to mentally simulate alternative behavior. When her own actions fail this simulation, she retroactively edits the story to compensate.
And you're saying that no communication is going on?
Oh yeah, I was calling him a fucking loser.
Yeah.
And an asshole. And what the hell are you doing shoving a friggin' powder thing up my ass? What the hell is going on?
What does he say?
I don't know. I was just screaming at him.
You don't
Not screaming, okay? Screaming to me, it's like a stage whisper scream because I don't want to wake up the baby and the neighbors. I don't want to,
Yeah. So you're still conscious enough
to
understand that,
Oh no, at this point I was completely conscious.
Yeah.
I was rip snorting mad.
Yeah, you're mad.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So when he hits you, you can't tell me whether or not it's with one hand and not the other.
I know. Well, I know it was the back of his hand. I saw it coming.
Both times, back of the hand.
Second time I didn't see coming because I was still like I was shocked. I reacted and he was quick.
Yeah.
But that was it. I don't think he hit me again after that. I think it was just the 2 hits to the face.
Did he say something like bitch or?
How why? Yeah, he was saying something. I don't know what. I was thinking about the baby and the neighbors and everything that had gone up till then. I wasn't taking mental notes.
Okay, and to revert back to the pants.
But yeah,
I'm a little confused about that.
Yeah. So
I don't know how that plays out, but somehow.
I think he must have pulled my pants down.
Yeah, but if they're the way that you say they are, that wouldn't be the way that they would look if somebody pulled them off of you.
This is the thing.
By repeatedly returning to how clothing was found, neatly arranged versus forcibly removed, the detective anchors the conversation in objective evidence. This reflects Bayesian reasoning models, Tversky and Kahneman, 1974, where rational conclusions adjust as new evidence conflicts with prior claims. The suspect's narrative cannot update logically without abandoning earlier assertions.
It doesn't make sense to me.
We need to figure that out.
Yeah, I know.
That's a very
because that's part of the sexual assault.
That's a very
thing.
important point that we need to clarify.
What the intent was.
Exactly.
If it was an accident or something deliberate. I understand where you're coming from.
Yeah.
I don't know. Say it's an accident then. I don't know.
Well, I don't want to. You know what?
I
don't want to put words in your mouth, and I don't want to make something up for you.
I don't really want to pursue that anyway.
Well, what do you mean?
It's embarrassing. I don't know why he shoved it in my freaking ass. I don't know why he did that. It doesn't make any sense to me. I wouldn't be with like some kind of monster, you know? Like I loved him.
Not.
He's a good when he's on the straight and narrow, he's the best thing. He loves me, he respects me, he friggin' adores me and his daughter and his son. But he gets in these like rampages where he thinks the whole world is against him, and he's never taken any kind of like he's never been accountable for his own actions. Everything is always everyone else's fault. You know.
I know lots of people like that.
It's very frustrating.
They're always right.
Always right, exactly. And yeah.
So do you think this is a situation where the sexual assault was an accident? I
think he was just trying, like, maybe it would have been like, I don't know why he would do it.
Because obviously he's looking to switch things up a bit. If you're saying that this never goes on, but then he talks about it.
Yeah.
And, you know.
No, I know. Well, you know what? I just kind of like brushed it off as stupid male
didn't realize how serious it was.
No, when he said to Adam, give her a hand job, I was like, oh, what the, like, you know,
where's this coming from?
Where the hell is this coming from? Like, it's one thing to say, oh, Amanda's coming over,
but
or whatever.
But you can see the pattern there.
Yeah, and he's said stuff when I had my girlfriends over and stuff, you know, and I'm like, you know, don't embarrass me in front of them by being a friggin' pig like that.
Yeah.
You know, like, we'll laugh about it or whatever, but it's friggin' embarrassing. I don't have them come over, you know.
Instead of accusing the suspect of lying, the detective calmly introduces the legal weight of statements being under oath. This draws from moral responsibility theory, which holds that awareness of accountability heightens self-regulation. Once consequences are cognitively salient, the suspect begins retreating from extreme allegations to reduce perceived moral and legal risk.
I wait till he's at soccer.
Yeah.
Wow. No, he's been on some sort of a freaking
So you think that
crap thing.
he was maybe just doing that just to see how you'd react?
Maybe, yeah.
And when he saw that you reacted in a bad way, he's like, I'm not going to change this girl's mind.
Yeah, maybe.
She is like so dead against this.
Oh, he should have known when he said, give Adam a hand job. Like,
I know, but you know how people's heads are when they're drinking. They don't always think straight. And, I mean, us as females, you know, we look at things in a different way sometimes than guys.
Yeah,
we don't,
obviously.
You know, we're not.
Thank God.
You know what? We don't always think. Well, you know that.
Yeah, no, I don't.
When you're having feelings and a guy doesn't understand what you're feeling.
Oh, yeah. No, I know that I have to vocalize them because he's not going to figure them out on his own.
Yeah,
I know.
To spell it out.
Exactly. You know. Yeah.
Yes. Dot.
Yeah.
So maybe this was his way of trying to, as
sick as it is, but maybe.
Sick as it is.
Yeah.
His way of like, well, let's see if we can have some fun with this.
I don't know.
I mean, obviously.
Yeah, like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. I never saw that sick side of him before.
Yeah.
We don't insert things. Like, we have pretty boring sex right now, to tell you the truth. I'm not really happy with my baby body, and, missionary is what I look the best at, and it's boring.
But you just had a kid.
And I had abdominal surgery. I've got a C-section scar too, and it's like, I want to look my best, and that's the position that it does. Sorry, officer, whatever that you have to hear.
But no, he's thinking, I want some excitement in my life. I'm tired of this freaking
the hand job didn't work. Let's try the talcum powder. Like, it's a possibility. No.
The detective asked the same events to be described forward, backward, and from different vantage points. This tactic exploits source monitoring theory, Johnson et al., 1993, which explains that fabricated memories lack stable origin cues. As source confusion increases, the suspect can no longer distinguish between what was assumed, imagined, or actually perceived.
Don't worry, I'm not taking offense. I'm not. No, it's ridiculous, but it could explain the ludicrous action. Like, it was. Yeah. It blew me away.
Yeah.
It stopped everything
because
dead
that would
there.
be a sexual object that.
No, it wasn't. I don't know what
would ever work.
Well, God, no. It's like, how? But like, he saw a baby's head come out of there, but that freaking hurt and shrunk right back up. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And if it's your rectum.
Yeah, I know, but he just hit me, like, right there.
Oh, okay.
You know? Like, I don't think he was...
Down below. He wasn't...
Yeah, like,
he wasn't
in between... Like, he hit me between the legs.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah, okay.
Like, he shoved it between my legs. Yeah. And where it went is where it went. Because it's not really going to go anywhere. It's just going to push.
It's not going to fit.
Well, God, no.
Yeah.
No.
Maybe...
There might be a possibility on the internet somewhere, but not in my bedroom. I don't have those physical capabilities.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, I mean,
I don't know if it was some sort of sick, desperate act to. I don't know.
Well, and at the beginning you mentioned, he was acting strange, and you thought he was on something other than, just alcohol.
Yeah.
Because you know the signs.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I think we've covered pretty much everything off.
Okay.
I don't know if you feel better, but I feel better knowing that we've kind of worked through each step. And
well, I'm glad that we did it like that, because last night everything seemed a lot more extreme to me. Like I knew that by calling you guys, that was it. Like my life is never going to be the same, but it can probably be better. You know what I mean? Like, it has been a slippery slope down, and I've lowered my standards in the last little while, because I did want to give him a chance to work things out, but if he gets violent towards me, it can't happen.
Yeah, and there's not just you to worry about anymore.
Well, that too. Exactly. Right? Yeah.
Okay, just give me 1 sec, okay?
Yeah, I don't forget about Michaela at all. Don't worry about that.
The detective allows the suspect to claim both extreme rage and extreme restraint without immediate challenge. This relies on affective coherence theory, which suggests genuine emotional states produce predictable behavioral patterns. When affect and action don't align, the inconsistency becomes psychologically destabilizing for the speaker.
Okay. I'm not going to leave and come back anymore because I think I've covered everything off.
Okay.
So, did you have something to say?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
Well, I just have something to read on the form here. You know that what you've told us has been under oath. Is there anything that you want to change?
I'm thinking the wine glass that I threw at him. It might have been before we went up the stairs.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Because it wasn't until I threw a wine. No. I'm just. Sorry.
No, that's okay.
I'm just. I cleaned the wine glass up after I called the police. I didn't clean it up right away. Yeah, it was. I don't know. I did throw a wine glass at him.
Okay. I just have to write that down.
Okay. I threw a wine glass at him, but I don't know, exactly.
The sequence?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that a big...
No.
No, okay.
Is there anything else that we should know to understand your statement fully?
No.
I think we've pretty much covered it off, eh?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to conclude the interview. It's about almost 10 to 2.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, we've been here for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Told you we're going to get up close and personal.
Yeah.
Oops. 15:50. So we can, this is the end of the interview.
Okay.
By prolonging the interrogation and revisiting details late into the session, the detective capitalizes on decision fatigue theory, Baumeister et al., 1998. As mental resources deplete, the suspect loses the ability to maintain complex deception and begins conceding uncertainty, exaggeration, and error. From a legal perspective, the detective's primary achievement is not eliciting a confession, but systematically dismantling the complainant's credibility. Through controlled questioning, repetition, and focus on physical mechanics, the detective exposes escalating inconsistencies, retractions, and admitted exaggerations. These contradictions create powerful impeachment material, undermining probable cause for serious charges and weakening the reliability of sworn statements. The interrogation establishes reasonable doubt by showing the narrative evolved under pressure rather than emerging from stable memory. In court, this record would support suppression, dismissal, or acquittal by demonstrating that the most severe allegations cannot withstand evidentiary scrutiny while preserving the integrity of the investigative process.